Well, we have quorum,
Thank you.
and we have two people on the line, and one, two, three, and our fearless leader here. We're good. Oh, very good. Oh, there is. So, first, welcome to new members, Hannah James, who is on phone with us here. How are you, Hannah? Welcome to the group.
Oh, thank you. I wish I could have been there in person today, but next time.
Very good. And Wanda Mengelcook, thank you and welcome. I'll ask you to introduce yourselves again and maybe add to it what you're reading. We'll start with you, Hannah.
Oh, goodness. Hi. Well, my name is Hannah James, and I live in North Fargo. I'm very excited to be a part of this board. The library has just always been such a haven for me my entire life. So to be able to contribute and continue to provide such a great service is just really, really exciting. And I'm trying to think of I'm reading a couple of ones right now. One of them is about trying to find your creativity space. It's called Finding Your Unicorn Space by Eve Rodsky.
That sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
Wanda, would you like to introduce yourself and tell us what you're reading?
Sure. Wanda Mengelcook, and I also live on the north side. Yay, North. And I just finished Clive Cussler's Sabotage.
Very good.
And then I did check out two other ones, and I just got a notification that I could pick up Two Nights in Lisbon, and I can't remember the other titles. But
Well, yes, I've found that lately I start 10 books for every one I finish. So would you like to follow?
Yes. Well, my name is Chris Shipper, and I also live on the north side. Steph, I'm sensing a trend. And I am reading about a Maine game warden, and the book is by Paul Doran. And I would definitely recommend it. It's fun to read about the outdoors, and the one I read before this one was about the Appalachian Trail and troubles they have on there and stuff. So it's very interesting.
Very good, very good. And I am Carlos Hawley. I am Vice President and acting or interim president in the absence of our fearless leader, Scott. And at the moment, I am reading a new translation of the Book of Good Love by the Archpriest of Ita. So,
I think we might have Amy also.
Amy, I didn't see the name. Okay, Amy, are you there?
Hey, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Well, tell everyone who you are and what you're reading.
Yeah, okay. So my name's Amy, Amy Oren. I've been on the board now for a little while. And I also live on the north side. So interesting. Must be a thing, huh? And I just finished reading Where the Crawdads Sing so I can go see the movie at the Fargo Theater tomorrow. I'm so excited. But I hustled through that thing in like 5 days so I could go see it in the theater.
That's wonderful motivation. Wonderful. Well, everyone can.
Just for the record, I live on the south side.
Yes, as do I, but we're outnumbered now.
That's fine.
It's hope we have the same goals. Very good. So, with the meeting called to order, what we need is to approve the agenda. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
Thank you very much. Is there a second? No. That ends here then.
Amy Oren will second it.
Thank you, Amy. Okay. With moved and seconded, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Oppose nay. The ayes have it. We'll move on to our next action item, which is approval of the June 21st minutes. Is there a motion to approve?
Amy Oren can move to approve.
Thank you, Amy. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you very much, Chris. And is there any discussion? No. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. We are through to public comment, and I look out and see the public. You have 2 minutes, and it doesn't have to rhyme.
Perfect. I'll keep it non-rhyming this time. Hi, my name is Whitney Oxendahl, and I am from the north side of Fargo as well. I recently served on the library board, and you'll probably see me coming in and giving comment just to talk about libraries because I love them so much. So what I wanted to talk about is something, when I got on the library board, I was like, I love libraries and reading. This is so exciting. And then after I got on, I realized one of the most important things that we did as a library board is approve policy for the library. And so there were 2 things that I think could really help the process. It could have helped for me is one, for the rules of conduct policy, especially having someone from the homelessness community, like an advocate for people experiencing homelessness, like someone from Gladys Ray, look at the policy before we pass it, just to see if there's anything that they would think about programmatically that we could do instead of passing a policy, or see how it would impact the homeless community. And another aspect you could consider is bringing policy past Terry Hogan, who's the Director of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, to make sure that it is we're keeping the policies welcoming to people in our community. The second thing, beyond having someone in those communities look at it, would be having someone who's in operations from the library, like at circulation, talk about what the policy looks like now, and then after it would be implemented, what it would look like afterward. Because I found that I wasn't a librarian, and I didn't understand how it worked on the ground. So making sure someone from circulation or on the ground is always coming in and explaining the before and after for policy is really helpful, so you can get all your questions answered. I just wanted to welcome the new library board members and thank you for serving. This is a volunteer position, and I'm so glad you chose the library to invest your time into. And that's all for me. You'll probably see me again. Whitney. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much. That was perfectly timed. Any other public comments? No more public. Very good. That brings us to Megan. You have the floor.
Hello, my report is in your packet. I have a couple things to add or highlight. I just want to let you know that Cindy Hoff is the new Principal Office Associate. She is starting next week, so you'll probably all meet her at next month's board meeting. She'll be here taking minutes and helping Tim with anything he needs help with. For the community engagement events, in addition to the Pride in the Park and the Red River Market sessions that are in your packet, we're also going to have a booth at the Native American Community Picnic. That's happening August 20th this year. It's at MB Johnson Park in Moorhead. Something I want to add is that we're expanding our partnership with Job Service of North Dakota. We already have adult services staff that visit them monthly and give presentations on what the library has to offer for job seekers. And now we're going to have the vice versa. People from Job Service will be visiting the library once a month, providing information on what training programs they have, helping people navigate signing up for unemployment or getting veteran services. They'll be at the Carlson branch on the second Tuesday of each month, and at the main library downtown the third Tuesday of each month. The summer reading program is still going strong. The reading challenge goes through August 20th. Most of the events happen in July, and then there's kind of a lull in August before fall programming really gets going. One event I do want to highlight is, I know it's early to be thinking about school already, but we have a school supply bingo happening halfway through August. It's open to all school-age children. The event is run at all 3 of the library locations. It can be a great way for families to come in, play games, and walk away with some school supplies. Otherwise, we continue to have crafting programs for all ages. The adult book clubs are still going strong through the summer, and there's yet another silent reading party this coming weekend at Drecker for the adults. Does anybody have any questions for me?
Any questions? July seems to be all wrapped up with the ocean, the Bermuda Triangle, and coral reefs. So,
Summer reading program theme this year is
Yes.
Oceans of Possibility.
very good. And all and accented by the bingo. Thank you so much. That brings us to Director's report.
Yes, per your packet there, you see a lot of the activities. The major one there at the bottom was meeting with the city's budget team this morning and kind of looking at kind of where we fit in terms of the mayor's preliminary budget. For the benefit of the new board members, we had asked for a total of 4 full-time equivalents based on some research that we did with HR in terms of our staffing levels. And of the 4 FTEs, we requested 2 FTE is in the mayor's preliminary budget. The other 2 FTE positions that we looked at, if possible, I'm gonna ask for mid-year 2023 on those. The capital money for the replacement of the main shades is funded in the mayor's preliminary budget for 2023. In terms of operating, we were rather conservative. Most of those were funded. In terms of books and periodicals, we asked for around 60,000. We got 20 of that amount we were asked for. And for the computer line, we asked for an increase of 15,000. We received an increase of 7,500. The other thing is also for the staff, the mayor's preliminary budget also posits a 3.5 cost of living increase. And again, this is just his preliminary budget at this time. So, as in the past, we get some of what you ask for and not all of what you ask for. And again, I expressed my concerns in terms of the staffing levels and an impact on, obviously, I know we reduced the number of Sunday hours and obviously we want to be open on Sunday and that kind of thing. So obviously keeping in touch with my admin team, we're going to be talking about how we want to work this going forward and certainly have something back to the board as we watch this process pan out and looking at opening Sundays. Hopefully, what we want to look at is obviously get those positions hired. They're considered for this current fiscal year to start, so we'd be looking at around a September timeframe in terms of the hiring of those positions. So we're glad that we got what we have. We need more, obviously, with the needs that have been identified, but I just wanted to get the board up to date of where that situation is in terms of the 2023 budget and the 4 FTEs for mid-year this year. If anybody has any other questions in regards to budget update and or my report here.
Any questions for Tim? No, well, thank you very much. That takes us to unfinished business, none. And new business, the impact report.
Yes, for those of you that are here, I was able to hand out a copy, and hopefully next month when folks are here, they'll also get a copy. And this is something we do on an annual basis to kind of get out to elected officials and stakeholders to kind of give a snapshot of what we do on an annual basis. And of course, this is from the previous year. I think Melissa Duncan, our community person, really was the front person to get this done. It's really a nice little snapshot, and if anybody has any questions, but we're excited to always provide these on an annual basis to elected officials and donors and stakeholders.
Very good. Any questions, comments, observations? None? We're moving fast. Very good. Statistical reports.
Yeah, per your packet, you can see the library use, and what's exciting is in terms of attendance there, you can see the comparison up 30% from last June, but more importantly, through the end of June year to date, up 42% over 2021 in terms of visits, which is exciting. We wanted to grow some more, but to see the increases is good. A little bit different on programming. Again, with the the staffing being an issue, we've tried to moderate programming to a certain degree based on what our responsibilities are to cover desks. Volunteer hours, there's no comparison. It's great to have our volunteers back. Again, it's tremendous that, you know, even with all the disruptions and closures, when we came back online and we could have volunteers, they all came back except one person. So that was really tremendous. And that's really a credit to Pam Straight, who's our outreach and volunteer coordinator. So she does a heck of a job. Internet sign up, you can see the increases there. Certainly kind of in line with the other increases there. And web page hits was about the same as last June. In terms of overall circulation, I had to send out another one because I had missed the main kits, 271 circulations of main kits. I didn't want to deny that. So if you can see the circulation year to date, we're up a little over 11% over last year again, which is exciting to have that increase and keep that going. If there's any questions.
Very good. Any commentary for Tim? It's all looking good. The financials.
Yeah, when we look at the donation summary on the revenue side, you see $208, 100 from the Women's Club and 108 was anonymous. On the expense side, you see $450 for the Traveling Lantern Program, and thank you to the Friends Group for supporting that. Then a small grant reimbursement you see there of $218. And again, thank you to the Friends for the Way to Go staff recognition cards that we were able to hand out to staff members that if the Friends didn't fund it, we wouldn't be able to do it. I'd always like to reinforce that. So we're excited to say thank you to the Friends. In terms of overall operating, through 50% of the year, if you can believe that, just a little over 49% of the budget expended, so we're pretty much in line in that regard, an overall aggregate budget. Certainly revenue, you can see it there with just a little over 11,388 in terms of revenue year to date through the end of June.
Any questions or comments for Tim on financials? No, everything's very complete and very clear, apparently. That brings us to Friends of the Library report.
No
Do we have
friends?
No friends
We just
today? We just thank the friends and they're not here.
Well,
Okay, well,
continue to thank them.
very good. Let's go. Our next regular meeting will be August 16th. Put that in your calendars. I certainly will. And all the years I've done this, I don't know, do I need a motion to adjourn?
No,
or do
you
we
just
just
adjourn.
adjourn?
Just
We are adjourned. Meeting. And we need a motion to approve our agenda for the annual meeting. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
Thank you very much. Is there a second?
I'll second. Hannah James.
Very good. Thank you, Hannah. Any discussion? Those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Now I need a motion to approve the minutes from July 20th of 2021.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Very good. Thank you again. And a second?
I'll second.
Very good, Wanda. Thank you very much. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. That brings us to affirmation of library board ethics statement.
Right, and I can touch on this a little bit. You know, per the action item summary sheet, there was an ad hoc committee that worked on the board orientation updating, and one of the things that they kind of brought to the full board when that was done is that there should be an annual reaffirmation of the trustee ethics statement so people remain familiar with it, and thus it's part of the annual meeting action. It's an action item in the annual meeting.
Very good. So do I need a motion to reaffirm? I'd say that as a question. I need a motion to reaffirm.
I make a motion to reaffirm.
Very, thank you, Juan. Do I have a second?
I will second.
Very good. This is going, but is there any discussion? I'm very much in favor of ethics. Hearing none, those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed, nay. The ayes have it, which brings us to the hard part of this. Election of officers.
So then someone can say, I move that so-and-so be president or vice president. You have.
Very good. We need a
You
president
need a
and vice
president and a
president.
vice president.
So, should we go, in which order do we normally, we've done this before, and
I think vice president first.
Vice president first, okay. Do we have a nomination for, vice president?
Let's see. Well, I'll make a motion for Amy to be vice president.
Very good. Is there a second to that motion? No second.
I'll second.
Very
I'll
good.
second.
Good, very good. We, these new members are very shy. Okay, very good. We have a motion and a second, and those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Very good. Does anybody have any idea who we should ask to be our next president?
Well, I'll make a motion for you, Carlos, to continue. You're doing such a great job.
Yeah, one time.
It's good.
Very good. Okay, is there a second?
I'll second. You're natural.
Very good. Okay, is there any discussion? Any questions?
Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Carlos.
Those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. We have our new president and vice president. And we are adjourned from our annual meeting. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next month on the 16th.